That's a very strange... What is this spawn? What is this spawn? Oh, I love it. What is that? Why do... Look at him. Hey there guys, what is going on? We're doing something a little bit different today. We have finally been allowed in the Vanguard Beta, which is very, very cool. We are playing this on PC as usual, which is very, very exciting. They finally opened it up to us regular PC plebs, man. It's very, very cool. I've played a couple of games with this. I think I'm level 5. I leveled one gun up to level 5 as well, and I gotta say, this game feels pretty fun. Like, it's gonna be a pretty good year for Call of Duty if things continue on the trend that they are at the moment. And this game, from what I can tell, very, very early doors. I've played this for about half an hour, 40 minutes. I even recorded this whole big long video thing, man. I recorded like a bunch of clips and stuff. I was going to use it. I had funny moments, like I did goofy stuff, like I had all these goofy things lined up. And then my recording devices, my audio devices, and of course the game sound wasn't on anything. So there was just no, I got the footage, but there's no audio with it, which, I mean, that's like half the point. Half the point was to have the audio, so what are you going to do? But I mean, from my initial first impressions, I mean, I talked about this already. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but you guys haven't seen that yet. Basically, my first initial impressions are, as I said, this game feels fun. I do have problems with it. It does feel a little janky in certain spots. Like, in certain regards, like, this game just feels a little janky. But I'm sure they'll eventually smooth that out, and it's more probably just getting used to it. It's likely more just an issue of getting used to it. Like, one example is that the slide cancelling in this game feels a little janky. Like, it just feels a little sluggish. Like, it almost feels a little bit sticky. Where are we looking? Where are we at? Yeah, it feels a little... When you hit that slide and you try and stand back up again, there's a little bit of a brief pause. And it almost feels like you're stuck in mud as you try and come back out. But it might just be one thing that I need to sort of get used to. Or they might end up changing. It sort of depends on how you do want to think about the game. Ooh, I feel like we probably shouldn't have got that kill from that far away. That feels kind of bad for those guys, I think. I mean, this is Red Star, and we are playing on 10v10, which feels way more appropriate for a map this size. I have played this on 6v6, and it felt super small. Like, it just felt way... it just felt way, way too small. So that is good that they actually have addressed something like that. You've got 10v10, you've got it 12v12, like... You got so many different people on these maps sometimes that they actually do feel quite good if you are playing them in the right game modes, in the right combat pacing styles. Like, having the right amount of people on this map feels good. The one that I would say that about this map is that the visibility idea is not ideal. Of course, it is designed around it being snowy, and like that does make the visibility a little worse, and that is quite realistic. But I feel like that doesn't translate very well into sort of competitive Call of Duty gameplay, if you know what I mean. Like, being able to not see in snow very well is definitely a realistic feature, and it makes the map feel more real, you feel more immersed in it. But it doesn't make the gameplay any better, if you know what I mean. Like, you know where I'm coming from. It doesn't make the game feel more fun. Hello. Oh, okay, that makes the game feel great to feel. I'm on board now. I can sit here and take a shit, man. Oh, that's so funny. Another thing, again, is you can just absolutely hammer your way through so many barricades in this game. They do all pretty much look like this. It's very obvious what the destructible... Hello? It's very obvious what the destructible stuff in this... Oh my god, that shouldn't have been a kill. Yeah, very obvious what the destructible stuff in this game. It's not every single wall. On some maps, I'm sure it's going to feel more prevalent than others. But on this particular map, it's just a bunch of different random doorways that you can sort of punch through, and it feels fine. I'm not concerned about the destructible environments at all now that I've actually played with some of them. It basically just feels like a nice little addition to the game. It's a nice little thing that Battlefield has had for literally like 10 years. Basically, almost since the game came out, they basically just had destructible environments, which is good. It's a nice little addition to Call of Duty, in my opinion. Poor guy. We are actually out of ammo. We have our box. That's fine. Everything's okay. Everything's alright. No! High alert told me someone was looking at me, but I just couldn't react in time. Again, I do feel quite good about this game. I feel like it is actually going to be quite fun in the long run. Like, they're going to add all these cool maps. Everything's just going to be good about this game. I have seen some goofy stuff, and I'll try and cut in clips. Like, we're going to try and get more gameplay today and throughout the weekend. We're going to try and cut in some stuff here to make it actually, like, show you what I'm talking about. There's a particular spot on Gavutu where you can actually kill yourself with the tank platform that moves. You can kill yourself with that, and that's a lot of fun. Like, I think that is... Hello. I think that is quite amusing that you can just crush yourself with a big moving tank platform. I think that's funny. But as I said, as far as my early impressions go of this game, I am feeling quite pleased with how this game's looking so far. But again, there is some small janky little stuff that I would like to see addressed, and I'm sure they're working on it. How did he not die? I understand I stopped shooting at him, but how... That's rough for that guy. And that guy. This is bad. Can I reload, please? Okay. That's a very strange... What is this spawn? What is this spawn? Oh, I love it. What is that? Why do... Look at him. Oh, that's beautiful. That really is an absolutely amazing like, what is this? Is this a doorway for ants? Jesus. Oh. That's amazing. That's one of the best things I've seen today. That is second only, of course, to me crushing myself with the tank platform. But goddamn, that is hilarious. But at the end of the day, like, this game still feels like Call of Duty, and that's what I like. So regardless of whether there's like minor issues and stuff like that, I'll just adapt. Like, I'll just end up like finding myself really enjoying this game, because I like to think that I'm quite adaptable in certain situations. Like, Cold War felt bad at first, and now it's one of my favorite games. Like, I know that's sort of a controversial thing to say. Oh, somebody likes Cold War? That's just a... Bro, that's just a... Oh, how did they just spawn behind us? There was like 5 of us. Alrighty, so we've actually added some attachments to our gun. As you can see here, we have a nice little sight. Now, if we want to take a look at the gunsmith here, just a brief little look at the gunsmith. We've only got a couple of attachments unlocked, but you can have 10 of them for some reason. I'm not sure why they decided, yep, let's have 10 attachments on every gun. And that includes, like, the pistols and stuff as well. Like, you can have 10 attachments on a sidearm. Well, not pistols and stuff, but, like, if you have overkill, you can have 2 primaries, and you can have 10 attachments on each of them. There's no limits on anything like that. It's just literally you have, like, 27 things in your class setup, which feels weird. Like, that's... I feel like that's going to end up causing some balancing problems. Like, if you end up making one... Like, why is the gun overpowered? Is it because of the combination of the attachments, or is it because one specific attachment is too strong? Do you end up nerfing all the attachments, or do you end up nerfing one of them? Like, the details could end up getting very messy and stuff like that with just having so many different attachment options. But I love how customizable the weapons are. Like, look at... Actually, this is one of my favorite things as well. Bang! I love it. I actually do think the destruction is very cool. But as I was saying, with the attachment choices, like, it's always good to have more choice. But when it comes to balancing decisions, like that's going to cause some problems, I imagine. Like, that's going to cause some weird little issues, I think. Like, is the gun powerful just because it has weird different barrel options, weird ammo choices, or is it powerful because when you throw 10 attachments at something that's already quite strong, it becomes clearly broken? So it's one of those things where they're going to have to weigh up how quickly and carefully they want to balance these attachments, and we'll just have to wait and see how that ends up going. But again, just going to stop and take a bathroom break while we are here. Ah, he wasn't expecting me to be in the bathroom. He wasn't expecting me to be on the toilet, boys. So again, if we want to take a quick little look at the loadout system, as you can see, we have literally just started the game. We're only level 5, we only just unlocked this. So as you can see, we get the primary weapon, we get the secondary weapon, we get a bunch of the perks. Taking a look at those, we have 4 options in each. We got Ghost, we got Fortify, which is basically just reduction from explosives, low profile, and training in how to avoid it. So that's probably just going to be like immunity or reduction to the like high alert and stuff like that, hopefully. Not sure about that. Ghost, of course, removal of spy planes and stuff when you are running around. We got Survival Instincts, which is Tac Mask. Then we got Radar, which is, of course, the regular old school minimap. So once you do unlock this, it's probably going to be a necessary perk but I do really want to run forward intel, man. Like, being able to see the enemy respawn locations is just so powerful. It's one of the best perks in Cold War, super underrated. Again, tracker, of course, those footprints, which is going to be very useful. Was super useful in Modern Warfare. I didn't initially like it in Cold War because the visibility was a little bit weird. Learned to like it, but tracker is going to be good in this game as well. But then you have to trade off your original radar and forward intel, so it's a bit like, well, what are you going to do? And the perk 3, of course, Demolition, extra lethal on spawn. Yeah, fair enough. Double time, of course, Tactician, Overkill and stuff. It's going to be very cool. Like, there's a lot of different options here, as we can see. Lethals and stuff, all very standard. Stun grenade. I want the stim. I want the stim, boys. Cauterizes those combat wounds. That is going to make my gameplay way better. Being able to go on those longer streaks, get that stim shot. It feels a little weird because the TTK is very fast in this game, but what are you going to do? And then again, as the attachment choices, as we can see in the Gunsmith, like, we can just end up seeing that we can actually get 10 attachments on this bad boy, and it's going to be absolutely sick. The class setup videos are going to go for about 15 minutes because they're going to have to go over all the attachment choices. But again, if you did enjoy this and you do want to see more Vanguard stuff over the weekend, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. We're going to be doing maybe a class setup on 1 or 2 guns that we end up getting quite high level unlocked, but we're mostly just going to be doing gameplay and stuff, my thoughts about what I feel about the game. And then we're going to be moving back into the Cold War stuff. So if you don't want to miss out on any of that, as I said, hit that subscribe button. And again, hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!